There's not even a baby involved in this story.
Did you fucking hear that?
I did.
You hear that?
I did.
I knew I should have just put those socks in the goddamn washing machine. I shouldn't just left them under your bed like that.
There goes Marty. It was classic.
It's never not funny, dude. It's always so funny to me. It's so fucked up, but it's so funny. Welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens. I think it's episode 103.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know, dude. We're getting out there, dude. What's going on, baby? My name is Fred Stewart, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host.
It's me. It's Taylor. Hello.
Hello, Taylor.
Hi. How are you?
You know, I'm doing just fine. I'm all hyped up. I'm all jazzed up. We were kind of laughing, having a good time, and now we're going to cry.
I don't...
End it. Anyway, and with us running cameras and sound is Mr. Marty Calic. You fucking bitch.
Wrong camera.
That's right. It's me. I still got you.
For longtime listeners and watchers of the show, if you watch the podcast, you'll know that Marty has an obsession with me drinking anything. And so naturally he wanted to make a drink cam. Because he's got
I mean, I've been doing it for a long time.
I assume he has some sort of mouth fetish, which is...
I just like your mouth.
Okay, well...
Great. Lovely.
I don't got any true crime news or anything really fun to share this week. So, you know, other than I've been streaming again, so go check that out, dude. Twitch.tv/IatTheHaunted. And the Company Chaos Network has started a new streaming platform. It's been very fun. So once that's all dialed in, we'll share it with you. But and then go check out HGO Gaming, where me and Marty get really fucking scared. We're gonna get you on one.
Scary.
I don't play scary games.
That's the whole point.
I don't play scary games. I
You
don't
don't
like
have to
them.
play. You just watch and react.
Yeah, we had Marty's fiance came on one of the episodes. You know, she sat like with us and was just experiencing the awfulness of it.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out. It's really fun. It's on our YouTube, Comedy Chaos Network. What are we doing?
What we getting into today?
We're talking.
Oh, dude, this on a podcast?
Yeah.
Ooh, what is this? 2010?
Can we just stare at each other for an hour and a half? Really make it an episode for the watchers?
Can we?
I'm just in the middle. And I like how the camera went to me, not Marty.
You know, listening to headphones right now. I was like, what the fuck?
There's a lot happening.
But yeah, I don't really have any fun true crime stories this week. There was I talked about last week about the kid who did like a bunch of magic tricks underwater, which is pretty fun. There was one that I did want to share, but I forgot to grab it. See if I can find it real quick. It was really let's see. Oh, man. Happy birthday to the world's oldest tortoise named Jonathan, dude. Turned 191.
Happy birthday, Jonathan.
Yeah, he was euthanized right after.
Serves him right.
Yeah.
Nobody's supposed to live that old.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
Uh-huh. Live to be that old.
There you go.
yeah, I mean, it just kind of just do be like that, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot tortoises.
Yeah.
Jax looked really concerned at that
this-
statement right there.
I did find it. So researchers find what's called witch bottles washed up on Texas beaches, which is pretty fun. Jace Tunnel, which sounds kind of funny because he's next to the beach, not really a tunnel. Director of engagement at the Hart Research Institute for Gulf of Mexico Studies has found hundreds of unique and unusual items while combing Texas beaches. And this month is the latest discovery of a witch bottle. Witch bottles date back to the 16th and 18th centuries, where people believed themselves to be targeted by witches, by curses, spells, or spells, would fill the bottle with objects including iron nails, fingernail clippings, human hair, in an attempt to rid themselves of dark magic. And he found a bunch of them. Thank you, Marty. Give it Jax. Let's give it Jax on cam, dude. There he is. Little guy. Jax, what you got to say?
He's just a little man.
Talking to the microphone.
He's like, Dad, just pet me. Don't make me talk.
What's happening? He's got a lot going on. Hi, Jax.
Oh, there was also a pig that got loose on an Ontario highway. That was just another fun story, but it's not really true crime related. I mean, that pig did kill like 30 kids, but
oh shit,
it's irrelevant. Anyway, dude.
Tonight on America's Most Wanted.
Tonight on America's Most Wanted. I just imagine like if detectives can't get a lead in the first 48 hours, and then it's just like
He's on all the shit.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, 8:29 p.m. 911 emergency. There's a pig slashed on the highway.
What is that other show with that sheriff guy that was from
Sheriff John Bonnell, World's Wildest Police Videos, dude?
Yeah.
The former Multnomah County Sheriff, yeah. Where he's like, these scumbags are going away for a long time. Got it. He's always so tan, dude. Looks like
this pig?
They like grabbed his face and like stretching, like, this pig's on the loose. Will the other ones catch him?
Looks like this piggy's never gonna make it to the market.
Yeah, dude. Pigs like this never make it out of custody. Yeah. Over my 27 years of law enforcement, I've seen a lot of crazy things, but never a pig on a highway.
This little piggy's going wee all the way to jail.
Yeah, dude. I want to do an episode, dude, for HGO, because usually I dress up and do like for the doc that's coming out, I dress like a clown, which is really fucking stupid. But I would love to do an HGO episode where I dress up like Sheriff John Bonnell. Yeah, and just do an entire episode like that, where Taylor reads like a true crime story, and then I can just be like, "This scumbag's going away for a long time." We're like 7 minutes in. We haven't even started yet. I just want to see if I can find like a Sheriff John Bonnell quote.
Sometimes it'd be like that though. There's times where we don't start till we're like 10 minutes in because we're just talking about things.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
You don't like it, you can fast forward. That's what that's
God
for.
forbid we have fun.
Yeah, Sheriff John Bonnell quotes. It's like says, "Hi, I'm Sheriff John Bonnell. In the next 30 minutes, you will witness some of the world's worst drivers and wildest police video chases. It's like for criminals, cash is for the taking, cars are for the chasing, and laws are for breaking." It's like, God damn, you're so fucking cool, dude.
What a savage.
Yeah.
I was looking to see if I could find any news stories coming out of Florida, but
There's the guy, the Titanic fan 97. If you're familiar.
oh yeah.
That sounds like my only subscriber on OnlyFans.
Oh, wait, another VHS, Titanic on VHS.
That man.
He's collected like 3,000 copies.
Yeah,
of
the
that.
man has a monopoly on Titanic VHS tapes.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever seen like that is there's a man that is trying to get every copy of Speed in existence.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. We talked about it on the doc, but Speed is a porno, dude.
Yeah. It'd be tight.
This bus has to stay exactly 60 miles an hour and no one is allowed to come.
What the fuck?
Go watch
Check out this last week's episode.
Yeah, go check out that
I
episode.
miss out on a lot of the doc because I'm not in the room when you guys film it. Well, like you'll make references and I'm like, I'm fucking sorry. What?
Yeah. I can't wait to film next week, dude. It's going to be real fun. Doc game show.
Oh, goody.
It's going to be real fun.
Tune
in. All right. Tay, what are we talking about this week?
We're talking about aliens this week. So are y'all? You go over? Okay.
Come here.
I'm ready.
Let Auntie Tay.
I mean, it would have been fine. I can read off of my phone and have a dog in my lap. It happens pretty much every day.
Drink him. Keep it there. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Too bad we don't have a spill cam.
Jax.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
God damn it.
Well, don't fucking spill things. I don't know what to tell you.
I used to having a dog in my lap. Very chill.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, Spirit's always like on my lap, so I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, God.
hi, Bubba. You having a good time? Just sitting. He's always filming. He's always in with us for HGO.
Yeah, he's always chilling.
Whether it's on the lap or behind a chair, he's here.
He's always here.
So are y'all ready to go dive into an alien topic?
Yeah, I am ready to dive into an alien topic. But let me, before we begin, how deep are we getting into the alien hole? Like, are we just gonna dive really far in?
Sorry. The fact that you said how deep are we getting into the alien hole just
Well, like, are we
hold
talking?
on a minute.
Is it like, are we just gonna talk about like general phenomena, or are we just gonna kind of like?
We're talking about a man's abduction.
Okay, then let me razzle my hair up. All right, I'm fucking ready, dude. I'm fucking ready, dude. They're fucking always watching, dude.
All right, well, let's
Always
get deep into this
watching,
alien's hole.
I'm ready, dude. I'm not crazy, dude. You're crazy, dude.
I don't know why that got me. Because it just, listen, I got the humor of a fucking 7-year-old. So
Well, luckily for you.
Luckily for you, you're a host on a podcast.
yeah. Okay, are you guys ready?
I'm fucking ready,
I'm
dude. I've
ready.
always been ready, dude. I was ready 11 minutes ago, dude.
All right. All right. So
This scumbag's getting abducted by aliens.
So we are going to be talking about John Womack, which he sounds familiar to you, but you don't know the story. Is that right?
That's correct. He sounds very familiar to me.
I'm sure once I get into it, you'll know.
I think I'm getting the name mixed up with like Casey Womack, which I'm pretty sure he was a dirtbag rider.
Oh, possibly.
Or John Womack. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
So in April of 1975, John Womack was driving on a country road at the foot of Ryan Mountain in the Tennessee Valley in North Alabama. He was driving slow when he saw a ball of fire about 3 feet in diameter, which dropped from the sky and through branches of some trees and into the road several feet in front of John Womack's car. The object rolled on the gravel road, and John would follow the object some 25 feet behind. The object remained in the center of the road and followed the road without ever stopping or running off the path, as though it had intelligence all its own.
Oh shit! It's smart.
It is smart.
Not like everybody says. It's smart, not dumb. It's smart. Smart, intelligent being. Not like everybody says.
Okay.
It's smart. SMOT. Smart.
Great.
It's smart. You wouldn't get it.
I don't. I also do want to apologize. I am still sick. This is the first day that I have felt better.
Gross. You're fucking sick.
Get the fuck away from me.
You gave it to me.
I didn't give it to you.
You did.
I was never sick.
It was Jax.
Literally cut back to last week.
Where I'm like,
Fucking, you're dying.
just coughing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am recovering, but I still, my chest still kind of hurts. So I apologize if I cough or anything like that.
You smoked cigarettes the other day.
Well, I had one, first of all, and they usually don't affect me.
Oh, okay.
So
Excuse me, dude.
get it right. Anyways, John watched as the object went down a hill and turned a sharp right and even crossed a narrow bridge. John continued to watch as the object suddenly stopped 100 feet from the bridge, and then proceeded to make a 90-degree turn to the left and then move again, this time down into an open meadow which ran along a nearby creek, which was what the bridge traversed.
Mm-hmm.
When he stopped his car and got out and wandered over to the side of the meadow, the object suddenly began to make a noise like a blowtorch and then proceeded to shoot straight up, arch over the surrounding woodlands to his left, and disappear.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking
It's pretty cool, dude.
So John stared into the sky in absolute astonishment when he suddenly heard a low humming sound coming from the direction in which the object disappeared, and suddenly a huge silver disc-like craft with a shallow upper and lower dome appeared.
So like a traditional saucer.
Yes.
Interesting. Marty, can we get some of the creepy humming? Can we get some of the creepy humming, dude? Just kind of get in the mood.
Jax, you're fucking absurd. Over there laying like a baby. Great.
Marty, please.
This scumbag will never expected to see a giant disc-like object that's a crab that shoots vertical over the trees.
So the object was about 150 feet in diameter and 50 feet high or thick, surrounded by a yellow-blue glow that extended several feet away from the craft and flew at about an altitude of 300 to 400 feet. So pretty detailed.
Yeah, so I mean, it's 340 feet. I mean, that's pretty low, but it's also kind of high at the same time.
Yeah, but also I just like...
I can picture that in my head.
Yeah, and he's got like so many details.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, he also wrote a book. This is what a lot of this is from. This is book.
Does the book have a really long name?
No.
Or you just continue. I'll look it up.
It's just called Aliens.
It's his John Womack alien book. I'm sure you can find it.
Aliens by John Womack.
I don't think it's that short. So the craft stopped at about 100 feet from John and gave off a sound similar to a low humming that could be compared to a turbine or a blower turning on at a high RPM. The object was able, however, to be incredibly quiet at first as it got incredibly close to John before he noticed that it arrived in the area. The craft hung in the air for what John felt was about 2 minutes when suddenly the craft began to release a bright column of light that was several feet thick.
Oh, weird.
So, typical alien, like shoot a beam down.
Yeah, tractor beam.
Yeah, that.
Come on up here, homeboy. We're gonna fucking party. Your butthole's about to look like a fucking crime scene.
John, upon seeing the projection, began to get cold chills that ran down his spine and proceeded to walk slowly backwards towards the driver's side of his car. He did not get very far, however, as he watched the beam of light slowly reach towards the ground and spread out like a fog or liquid on the ground. The UFO, as the object did this, unleashed a high-pitched whistling noise as it's trying to come get him. And John watched as the light stretched out so far that it almost touched the road. The object soon went quiet except for the continuous humming, and this liquid light also stopped in its tracks.
Bartender, can I get a side of liquid light, please?
John felt that this light might not have been light as we know it, or that what it he might have been seeing was not even light at all, as this luminous matter seemed to have a denser yet mistier, have been denser but mistier than light. So
Interesting.
it's thick, but also not thick.
Thick but not thick.
Basically, it's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm picturing that in my head, like, of just like it's just a very focused beam, but it's thick but not thick.
Yeah, it's mistier than light.
Mistier than light. Can we confirm that the light was indeed damp?
I don't.
Can we assume that the light is damp?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
Some damp light.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Check.
Is him fucking having the time of his little life
Marty,
down there.
quit jerking Jax off, dude. Jesus Christ. Woof, don't stop. Woof.
So, it was at that point the UFO started to descend as if it was riding down the column of light. Womack began to flee the descending object and was moving much faster than his previous attempt of getting away. And upon almost reaching his vehicle, he turned and was suddenly hit in the face by a beam of red light.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I can't even like imagine that. Like you're like, well, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
that's enough. That's enough weird shit for today.
And you like turn back
And
and
then
see if it's
and like just hits you in the face. Just focus beam. Just
yeah. This light seemed to have knocked John unconscious. For the next thing that he knew, he found himself aboard a craft, specifically in a large room, about 50 feet by 50 feet and some 12 feet tall. He was seated in a padded chair with a metal helmet seemingly made of gold on top of his head.
Interesting. Hey, before we continue, did you put the cat away?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna go deal with that.
Okay.
You continue.
Okay.
You
Could
continue.
also be that she might have to go potty. She was sleeping before I came up here.
Behind the scenes.
I am listening.
We're dealing with our dog going pee.
She's a
Sorry.
puppy.
Sometimes she gotta go potty at the most inconvenient times.
Mm-hmm.
It just be like that. So the helmet on his head was connected to a cord which was plugged into a strange machine, which purpose John would soon discover. In this room, there were several other intricate-looking devices and seemed to be brightly lit, yet without any discernible bulbs or other light source, as though the walls themselves gave off light.
That's fucking crazy.
Okay. I missed all of that, so I do apologize. Can you give me a brief synopsis? I had to go check on the puppy. I apologize.
Yeah, so he was in this room with a bunch of devices, and we didn't get very far. It was
Yes.
like a paragraph. The room was brightly lit, but there were no discernible bulbs or other light source. So it was like the walls were giving off light
Okay.
themselves. As he continued to look around, he also noticed that he was not alone, as there were 3 different kinds of entities surrounding him.
3 different kinds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yet John was surprisingly calm and had initially thought that this was all a dream. He soon learned that was not the case. It was not a dream. The first kind of entities he saw, which he dubbed the leaders, were similar to humans in most of their anatomy except for their heads and facial features. These entities had egg-shaped heads with noseless faces and mouths like porpoises. And I believe he has drawings out there of these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So we can put those in on post.
Yeah.
I'll send them to you. We'll put it like, I don't know.
Right about here. Wide, please. Wide chat, please.
Right back here. This way.
There we go. Can't wait to track that. Slides.
So these beings also had a wiry and kinky kind of short hair which grew on.
Whoa.
Shit.
I knew that.
Their
was,
hair
did you
makes you
guys-
want to fucking come.
I knew that was gonna get on.
Their hair's gonna make you want to come.
No, that's just curly.
Kinky hair.
It
I want you to cut me.
It was kind of short hair that had grown on both of their upper lips and on the top of their heads. They also wore slim, green, tight-fitting suits. They communicated in a language which John compared to sounding not unlike the croaking of a tree frog.
Okay.
Next, there were 3 colossal beings, which John called giants. We can... Oh, look at... Oh, good job, Marty. Look at you.
Let's see.
Marty found them.
Well, can we like full size that?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Dude just casually doxes himself, puts his whole ass email on screen.
Yeah. You keep talking. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Open image, new tab.
There's a lot happening. Oh. I mean... That'll work.
That's about
Yeah.
as good as it gets.
So you can see the one.
Dude, that one on the top left looks like Joe Rogan.
It does.
the one on the top right is the quote unquote leader. You know, the mouth like a porpoise.
So
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, a space alien, and Michael Cera.
Little did he know he just was on the Joe Rogan
Bully
podcast.
Michael Cera like that.
He was just on the Joe Rogan podcast.
God.
He's like, you know, Alpha Brain is the way.
So, the one on the far left is actually the giants.
Okay.
And then there's the third kind, which we'll talk about. But
What about the fourth kind?
What about the foreign guy?
So there were the giants. There were 2 of these colossal creatures standing next to him, one on each side, and one which stood in another section of the room. These colossal creatures were at least 8 feet tall, with hairy chests, back, and arms, and had brutal-looking faces, which reminded John of prehistoric men. These creatures wore no clothing except for pants. They at least had the courtesy to put on pants.
He's like, you want to see? Joe Rogan just wants to flex, dude, and he's like,
Like, it just makes me laugh because, like,
dude.
First words out of his mouth was, "What's up, dude? You know some jujitsu?"
You ever rear naked
You
choke
got-
an alien?
You've got the leaders who are like, can you please put on some clothes? And they're like,
Nope.
I'm just putting on pants. That's all you're getting out of
You
me.
can't force me to do anything. I'll do what I want.
So John knew that seeing these creatures, that any sort of confrontation on his part would be fruitless, and just simply continued his way onto the exam room, or to examine the room. Sorry, I can't fucking read. One of the most peculiar things about his situation was that there were some 6 to 8 5-foot tall creatures scattered about the room. These creatures were extremely bizarre as they had seal or sea lion-like flippered feet, 6 skinny arms, crab-like claws, 2 antennae, and they also had beards. So that is our middle dude.
Y'all got beards, huh?
Yeah. Well,
This guy's got a weird fucking face beard.
yeah, he's got just a mustache.
Michael
No.
Cera.
He's got a what they call
Bullying Michael Cera like
what?
a nose strap.
that. Yeah, it's not even a chin strap. It's a nose strap. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Very eloquently put.
The Michael Cera.
Can we not bully Michael Cera?
Why? He's a celebrity. He doesn't care.
Also, he's like the most bullyable celebrity there is.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to bully Michael Cera.
Why?
Because
Are you in love with Michael Cera, dude? How about you marry Michael Cera? Fucking
you know he
dork.
is married, right?
Yeah.
He has I'm pretty sure he has a kid.
Person in the middle is his wife. It's him and his wife on Joe
His
Rogan
kid's
podcast.
probably a fucking 4 eyes or something.
Dude, I bet his kid's fucking dumb, dude. This is the most lowbrow podcast.
So
We would have an actual celebrity on here, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
So the creatures' bodies were covered with greenish warty lumps, except for their heads, which were large and bore large grins. Yet John felt that this smiling expression made them appear comical and harmless. When these creatures would move, John would comment that their motion seemed awkward and difficult. As he peered around this bizarre scene, he noticed that the room was covered in equipment and machinery. There was no doors or windows, but a large TV-type screen that covered the wall to John's right. This screen showed a continuous stream of pictures of the area where the ship was landed. Every time the screen got to a photo of John's car, however, a buzzer would start ringing and the picture would stop. John would note that the screen was incredibly powerful at capturing images, as the pictures of his car would be incredibly bright and clear as daylight, even though the photo was taken at night.
Interesting.
John thought as he watched this screen that he would never return home. It was then that one of the leader-type entities approached John and began to speak into a small square box-like device that was connected to a computer-like machine that his helmet was plugged into.
Like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm gonna mash mouth brain. Learn how to do jujitsu.
Look at this one's got some weird hairy titties.
Yeah.
This one's got some weird hairy titties too.
Well,
Just want to touch him, dude.
Kinky hair.
okay.
It is weird how much that one looks like Joe Rogan, though. It's got in Joe Rogan, dude.
So, the machine said in a mechanical artificial voice, "We are peaceful. We will not harm you. We are beings with feelings just like you. You are not a prisoner. You are a guest."
And we're gonna make you come.
The being then reached out and offered it to be shook by John. John, believing that he would not be harmed, then shook the entity's hand. Upon doing so, the other leader-type entity came forward with 2 small white pills and proceeded to place one in John's hand.
You ever done space Xanax?
Space fit now.
And then motioned to John to swallow the pill swallow it as the entity proceeded to swallow its own pill.
Okay, wait, hold on. So
he had
you
2
guys are
pills.
in John, what's his name?
Womack?
John Womack's situation.
Uh-huh.
You're on board an alien spacecraft.
Mm-hmm.
An alien says we're peaceful beings.
Yeah.
Gives you a pill. Do you take the pill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm terrified. So, yes.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll do-
Honestly, I'll do whatever they
I'll
want me to
fucking
do.
suck their space balls if I have to. I don't care.
I don't
keeps
know.
me
That would be
alive.
like, yeah, I don't know if I could take it.
Whatever keeps me alive.
I can't even take pills just from regular people.
If I gave you I gave Marty some ibuprofen the other day, dude, and he took him like 25 minutes just to even look at him.
I just don't trust you.
Well,
I handed him an Advil one time and he fucking screamed. So
Yeah.
it's a really
well,
weird
here
situation.
I'll be Marty,
Yeah.
and then you be an alien giving me a pill. Ah! You know. Drink him.
Too late.
So John obeyed him. Upon placing the pill into his mouth, it dissolved instantly, and then he swallowed the remainder. Upon doing this, John felt completely happy and at ease, and had a sudden desire to know more about these entities.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude just gave him a fucking downer, dude. Was just
Some
like,
fucking space ecstasy.
He's like, homeboy is gonna love this shit. It's gonna just fucking disrupt your circadian rhythm, dude. You're gonna be frying. And he's like,
Just wait till we show him space EDM.
yeah.
you can feel it inside of your fucking bones.
So, John suddenly had the overwhelming sensation that everything felt good, including the helmet that was on top of his head. John's brain was filled with joyful thoughts, and he realized he had never been this happy before in his life. These aliens are giving him a fucking mega dose of serotonin.
That's awesome, dude. They're just
Heroin.
like,
You want to fucking party? I hope you like to party.
Man, you know what? No, I am taking the space drugs.
Yeah.
I want to feel
Maybe I'll take the space drugs.
I want to feel incredibly happy.
This is either gonna make you feel super happy or you might fucking die instantly. There's no way to know. We've only done this like twice.
I'm taking the pill.
That's why he did it to Joe Rogan, and he never left. We're taking him to Austin, Texas.
So the leader then proceeded to talk once more into the box, which would serve as communication between the two.
just
Okay.
trying to soak it up. Don't worry.
It's a lighter's not gonna soak it up.
Push it. Just fucking. You mind your own business.
The being explained, quote, This is a machine built by one of the most advanced races of people in this galaxy. It is capable of translating my language into your language, and it is able to reproduce your thought waves and language into my language. The machine is 10,000 years ahead of your knowledge. Attempting to understand how it works is a waste of time. We welcome you aboard our spaceship. You are free to leave anytime you wish. Do you wish to know more about us? Do you have any questions to ask? I like how they're like, you're not gonna fucking understand it, so don't even fucking try. Like,
Dude, this is like some fucking straight up cop shit, dude. They're just like, listen, man, you can leave whenever you want, but listen, we gotta know, where was Peanut when he got shot? Like who shot Peanut?
you're free to leave, but
Detectives, and we'll get a lead in the first 48 hours. And they're just like, listen, we know that fucking Ragnar the Destroyer over there looks like he's gonna fucking tear your dick and balls off, but I want it to happen if you just tell me what happened, man. Just tell me what happened.
they're just like, listen, you're free to leave. It just looks better if you talk to us. Like, it looks better for you.
We know who was there.
We can help you.
We know who was there. Me too. I've been watching a lot of First 48. If you can't tell.
Joe Rogan over there, he looks like he's innocent, but let me tell you, this man can rip your glorb off and throw it in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, listen, we can stop him from trying to upsell you in some alpha brain, okay? We can do that. All right? You just got to work with us, okay? Otherwise, there's not a lot we can do, okay? He's going to put you in a rear naked choke, and then that's it, Help us help you.
Yeah. Exactly. So the leader then brought the box close to John's face. John was able to get a good look at the box. And when he did, he says that it was similar in appearance to a small transistor radio.
Mm-hmm.
And also about the same size as one.
Okay.
John would state that the machine would work thusly. What? The machine would work when he or the leader would speak into the little box, and once done, the leader would flip a switch and turn a dial on the box, and afterwards the computer would repeat the language of the listener to what the leader said. And so
Interesting.
yeah, very odd little thing. So the leader had simply said that the black box, to use the black box, yet for John, the headset was required for their communication, as it also registered his thought waves and his voice. John spoke and said, "Yes, I welcome the opportunity to learn about your people." John, during this moment, still focused on why he was so full of joy and happiness, was soon distracted by a strange sight at the opposite side of the room. There, John saw a strange object which he would realize was some kind of plant. It was kept in a kind of pot and almost reached the ceiling and appeared to be half animal.
Interesting.
The plant bore 8-foot long, black spotted octopus-like arms that were devoid of any suckers. The plant's trunk was about 3 feet thick, and it had hanging yellow balls of flowers and an orange crown on top, similar to a giant honeycomb. There is actually, I don't know if you still have the photos. There's a drawing of it.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Damn it.
Right. Marty's back on the whole whatever we're talking about with the beer trend. Great.
There's a better picture for you.
Great.
It's not it.
Full screen.
It's not it, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's not the photo, Marty. That's the photo. Okay, Michael Cera,
Down.
Joe Rogan.
That.
This?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is the plant.
Ooh.
Oh, the exotic plant.
The exotic plant. So, listen. Man is...
Put that up your butt, dude.
The man is clearly not an artist.
No.
But his drawings are pretty detailed. Like, he's got some good, like, descriptions, and he's able to like I don't know, he's able to like communicate it.
Yeah.
I'm obviously fucking not able to. I can't fucking communicate worth shit.
It looked like a penis with little things hanging off of it.
So the plant's arms would stretch out and would seem to go after the bearded crab men when they would wander close to the plant. They were just like...
Get away. No, plant! No, plant! Get away from me. No, plant. Get away from me, plant. Fucking get the fuck off me. Morty's. God. I don't know if we can even use that image.
So, one of these beings seemed to be
so stupid.
playing some sort of game with the plant as he would approach very, very close, only to retreat when the plant could grab hold. John, upon seeing the spectacle, thought, "My God, if only I had a movie camera." John's mind wandered back to his peacefulness and happiness and proceeded to ask the leader why he felt this way, as well as how he just got aboard the ship. The entity reached over, flipped a switch on the panel, and replied, "Take a look at the screen on the machine, and you will see how you got aboard. We let down a ramp, and you walked aboard the ship."
It's true.
The screen then showed an image of him walking up the ramp and into the ship. Quote, "Your brain was temporarily inactive by the red beam of light you saw. A signal in the beam caused you to follow it inside the ship. We gave you an injection, which prevented you from becoming fearful and or overly excited. An Earth being with a bad heart could die from shock of your present experience without the injection. We certainly don't want to hurt anyone."
Okay. Thanks.
I want to meet these fucking aliens.
Yeah, like honestly.
They are very nice.
Yeah.
Seems like so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, way better than the Greys. The Greys, like, you would just wake up and they'd be like fucking drilling through your eye to like get to your brain. They'd be like, "Do not resist." But these guys are like you ever seen like that? Oh God, what's that? The Sassy the Sasquatch.
No.
Ever seen that? I can't remember what that show's actually called.
In Search of Sasquatch?
I don't remember. Is that what the show's called?
I don't know.
There's an Australian like cartoon this guy made where it's about a Sasquatch who can like travel through dimensions and he gets really high, and it just gives me the same vibes. It's like oh, I might just chill out, yeah? Like fucking just pop a little fucking pill, just be all right.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, what are you talking about?
So we always talk about the 3 types of aliens, right? But it seems like maybe there's more, if there is any.
Oh, there's so many more that we talk.
Like,
I mean, we have barely scratched the surface. I could really go into a big tangent. You know, I mean, obviously we talk about Greys, we talk about reptilians, we talk about fucking. I mean, there's fucking.
Nordic.
The Nordics. There's insect aliens. There's crab-like beings. There's humanoid type beings that are not Nordics. They're completely different by themselves. I could just go
Which is
on
like
and
these
on.
guys, like 2 of them are like humanoid, right? Like
Yeah.
ish, right? They don't look exactly like a human, but they have human features. And then you got your little flipper crab man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird. It's very different.
It is very different.
Usually we talk about, the big 3, I feel like. But
Yeah.
these guys give like Nordic alien vibes.
Yeah. I do want to do a nice Nordic alien episode one of these days.
I'm down.
They're always really cool.
So it was then that the leader began to speak about his sudden joy and explained that this was the result of a scientific exorcism. Quote, "The joy and inner peace you feel now is life in its purest, most perfect state. You are experiencing life completely free of demons for the first time. Demons exist throughout the universe. We do not fully understand these demons which invade our minds and cause us to be evil, greedy, selfish, and unhappy. The pill I gave you is the anti-demon pill. And it has driven all demons and their influences from your mind, leaving you with nothing but pure joy in your soul. The anti-demon pill is our greatest discovery. The anti-demon pill eliminates all forms of hate, jealousy, greed, misery, and wars. It causes a person to be completely happy with just being alive. A person who is demon-free has no need for material possessions to give him a false feeling of security. When the mind is free of demons, only love and joy is left inside. These demons cause all wars. They cause us to have desires to seize the property of others. They cause us to murder, maim, rob, and enslave our brothers. Demons have destroyed the happiness of countless of billions of souls. Much research is being done in our galaxy, perhaps the whole universe, on ways to destroy our greatest enemy, the demons. Our greatest problem has always been demons. Demons are real, just not in the states, just states of them, not, sorry, I can't read. Demons are real, not just states of the mind like most people think. They're not visible to the eye, but they do exist on a higher plane of living. Demons are able to enter and leave the mind at will. We have photographed them with special cameras and studied their habit, and we were able to develop a chemical which demons cannot tolerate. The pill is not a mind-altering drug. It is not that simple, and it does not work that way. Please accept my apology for the trickery we used to get you aboard our ship.
Huh. Let me get some of that, dude.
Anti-demon pill?
Yeah.
I mean,
Does it come in suppository?
I don't know.
I hope so. But
You could also just take it by mouth.
Boofing is the future.
Put it up your dick hole. It's 3 inches by 3 inches.
Want to boof some alien anti-demon pills?
yes. But what a weird turn that I was not expecting. That aliens are like, we're coming to your planet to stop demons.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Demons? Like,
I just found out that like aliens is like were real like a few minutes ago.
and now you're throwing demons at me?
Yeah. He goes, they were inside of you and they like to cause war. And you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean?
I don't care, dude. That's cool. That's really cool. I feel like this guy, like John Womack right now, is like Post Malone in every interview. He's like, that's really nice, man. yeah, dude.
Very confused though. Like, just
Yeah. There's demons in there?
I fucking guess.
Yeah, dude.
John, seemingly still taking everything in, asked, "That's okay. I'm glad you did I'm glad you did. So the ball of fire was a trick?" And the entity replied, "Yes." And John said, "How'd you do it?"
How'd you do that?
I just like that. He's like, "How'd you do it?"
He's like, an alien magician never reveals his secrets.
Yeah.
I just came down from a fucking ship from the sky. Use the machines to bring you into my ship by disabling your brain. And all you want to know is how I made a little magic light ball? That's all you give a shit about? All right. It was a do magic at home kit. Is that what the fucking answer you're looking for? I don't really know.
It's like, yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
I got it from this place called Spencer's.
Called Spencer's Gifts, dude.
Funny enough, the entity only shook his head and was like, "No."
I'm not telling you. You don't get to know.
John then followed up with, quote, "That was a fascinating story about the demons, and I certainly feel demon-free at this time. Can you tell me more about your world?"
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got fucking big titty goth aliens all over the place. It's pretty cool. They still listen to The Cure, and The Cure is out there still playing 3-hour long fucking concerts. They just travel. They just get on a bus and we just beam them up, and then they go play for 3 hours, and then we can't stand it, but they keep playing, and then we send them back to the earth. Which is why they don't ever play here in the Pacific Northwest.
The Cure are world killers. 'Cause they make the worlds kill themselves.
Friday, I'm in love. And there's like the sound of a unit, like a fucking worldwide shotgun being loaded.
The planet just explodes.
I can't stand another 2 hours of this.
Listen, The Cure would be fun to see if their concerts were not 3 hours long. Like, that's even... I like The Cure, and that's even too long.
It was so long.
It was such a long concert.
It's too long.
So the leader then responded to his inquiry. I would be delighted to watch the screen again, and I will show you scenes of my world. Our planet is 40 light years away from your Earth. It is similar to your planet, but larger. Plant life is different, and as you see, we are different from you in many ways, and we are much different from you in many ways which you cannot see. Everyone takes the anti-demon pill, and we live in a constant state of joy. This fucking sounds like, what's the game where they have you take the pills?
We Happy Few?
Yeah. It's like We Happy Few fucking joy pills.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, suspicious, dude. My God.
I don't know. This came out in the 70s, so it came out before,
My God.
it came out before We Happy Few. Your people are faced with countless problems and live a short life. We have none of your common problems. Our people live for hundreds of years. We aboard this ship have not been home for 50 years. And if we started now, it would take 40 more years to reach our world. So you can see our journey is more than a lifetime on Earth. A chemical mixed without food keeps with our food keeps our body cells from aging. There is no disease on our planet.
Damn.
Sound like a fucking brag about it.
Yeah.
How many fucking alien fuckers are on this planet? Because if nobody's dying, right, in hundreds of years, there's no disease. And they gotta be fucking, bro. Look how many. Look at these guys. They gotta be fucking.
Yeah.
Which means there's probably like 10 trillion of them on their planet.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine a lot of them are just out doing what these guys are doing.
Oh, that's true.
Traveling to different planets and shit.
Yeah.
Just being like, you want to pop some space zannies? We'll talk about our planet. And then some like little fucking like Glovorkian fucking, guy named like John Womack or something like that. It's just like, I would do space ecstasy. And they're like, cool. You're cool, man. You ever tell you how handsome you are? It's like, you guys are great. Bet you're so strong. You want to be a space movie star?
So John then asked the being, "What do you eat, and how are you able to store enough food for such long trips?" The being replied, "Our main food source consists of 8 different plants, which are then mixed with other chemicals and nutrients. This mixture is processed into small pellets. 6 pellets daily is a normal diet. We have no need for fine foods and fancy dishes. These things are frivolous to us. Of course, there is an endless selection of food sources on our planet and other planets for those who want a variety. But ordinarily, we stay with our basic diet. We do not eat meat of any kind. The pellets of food, which is our basic diet, can be stored indefinitely." John then asked, "I'm curious to know how many planets out there in space are inhabitable. Do you know?" The being replied, "We know of hundreds of planets in our galaxy which are inhabited by intelligent beings. Because of the great size of our galaxy, known to you as the Milky Way, we have explored only a small part of it, and certainly we are not able to visit galaxies outside of our own Milky Way." I like how they're like, obviously we can't go to other galaxies. And it's like, I don't fucking know, you're here.
Don't be fucking stupid, John.
They're like,
God.
obviously we can't go to like other galaxies.
What do you mean
Like,
you can't just like can't? I mean you got here though. It's like, yeah, fucking.
you
idiot.
live indefinitely, right? Like you live forever. You could absolutely go to another galaxy.
Yeah, just I got pick up the kids.
You said you've been gone for 50 years.
Ooh.
I'll be back.
I have to
I'm
go
gonna
check
go
my
get some
Toyota
milk.
Corolla sitting in the parking lot of a Walmart in Tucson, Arizona. I think I left that in the year 1997. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, that's
Buddy.
a problem. So, sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I am. We believe that at least thousands of planets are inhabited throughout the universe. There are many different varieties of intelligent creatures in our galaxy alone. On our present journey through space, we rescued the 3 giants and smaller creatures aboard our ship from certain extinction. Look at the screen and you will see what happened. He doesn't want to explain it. He's like, watch the fucking TV, buddy.
Then it just like old tube TV like turns on, and then just like, I'm Sheriff John Bonnell. You ever wondered what happened to this alien species? You're gonna in the next 30 minutes, you're about to see planets get extinct.
So the screen lit up and began to show what the leader described. The small planet of the little aliens was devastated by storms and floods when a huge comet passed close to it. Those aboard the ship are the only survivors. The screen showed that these lucky survivors have been holed up in an observation station. Again, I can't speak. At the highest peak of the planet. And then the being continued. The giants are what are left of a dying race. These people are the strongest, hardiest beings that we know. They can lift about 3,000 pounds, yet conditions became so harsh on their planet that they could not survive. Notice on the screen the size of their sun. Their sun became enlarged and the heat became unbearable. Most all of the vegetation was burned up. Their sun was dying, and that is one of the hard realities of the universe. Planets are dying somewhere continuously. John, hearing this impending universal doom, then spoke up and asked, "Tell me, do you see much of a future for people on Earth?" The being then said, "People on Earth are very unique in their ways. Your people are complicated but interesting to study. But unfortunately, you are the most belligerent and selfish people of all."
Yeah, it checks out.
I believe it.
They're really pulling a Nordic alien vibe right now. Some of you are dangerous and treacherous. People on other planets who have mastered space travel are watching. Are watching you and deeply concerned about your ill nature. Some of the top leaders in your world respect nothing but power and might. They are miserable souls who cannot rest unless they are reaching out and grabbing more power. They will stop at nothing in their insane endeavors to enforce their evil ways on others. Your country is the last hope for freedom on Earth.
Yeah, this is definitely. I'm just getting Nordic alien vibes.
Yeah.
Where they're like, you guys are kind of pieces of shit.
Kind of fucking suck.
Well, no, they kind of. You guys are pieces of shit. And we're like, yeah, no.
Thanks for the compliment.
You just saying that.
Oh, wow.
Stop.
But for many years, your leaders have sold you out to the devil, those who are striving to enslave you. If you continue to allow your own weak leaders to sell you out, then freedom will not survive on Earth. Your people are becoming too selfish and irresponsible for effective self-government. Listen, you don't have to call us out like this. He missed it. Marty missed it. Good going, Marty. This attitude must change or you will lose the freedom you now enjoy. But it is really not the people who are evil, but the demons inside of you. Your only hope for real peace and joy is to discover your own anti-demon drug. We're not gonna give it to you, bitch.
What? Help then. Why did we have to discover it?
I don't know. You just gotta figure it out.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Ooh. I forgot where I am. Only then will people on Earth respect each other and lay down their destructive weapons, and only then will people in your worlds get in the state of mind to trust and care for others. John then began to ask, how do you know so much about what's happening on Earth? The entity then replied, my people have studied your Earth for several thousands of years. We have watched your progress since before the time of Moses. Our methods of monitoring and observation are far advanced. John, then realizing how just how infinite the wisdom of these beings was, decided to put forth a question regarding one of the most enduring mysteries.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the aliens are basically saying that the Bible was real.
Doubt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fake.
So the question that John asked was, do you know the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle? And then the entity replied, the mystery is, and then suddenly stopped and said, excuse me, we are not allowed to reveal any direct scientific information.
That's awesome.
Every world must progress and grow in knowledge in its own natural way. This is universal law. We know the answers to your problems on Earth, but we cannot help you directly because the only way we can convince you to follow our advice is to use force. We've learned from past experiences, so our policy is to let things be.
You know.
They used to force them, and then they were like, man, this is not a good idea.
Well, I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of drastic change in order to make things actually change.
Right.
Right. So these guys are like basically being like, you guys have to change, but we're not going to. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's more turbulent time than ever right now.
Right.
We need alien intervention.
It's true.
I need them to come down. I'm not talking like they come down and like be like, obey. I'm just like saying like they just fucking appear, like just land that bitch on the lawn, the front lawn of the White House. Just fucking, it's just there. Everyone's gonna freak out and they're gonna come out and go, we know how to solve all your fucking problems. Do you want to let us help you solve that? And then we'll just basically just give you the reins. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Do what it takes.
Right. Too much knowledge too soon will destroy you. Even now, your scientists have learned to use nuclear energy, yet the people of your world have not learned to live in peace. This knowledge is extremely dangerous, and it's a good example of too much knowledge too soon. And you have no clean, safe way to run your machines and gadgets. Your sun is the answer to your energy problems. It is the only final answer. Our sun supplies all of our energy needs. Even this spaceship, which travels among the stars, is powered by solar energy. Supposedly, this all takes place in the 70s as well.
Interesting.
So, solar energy before solar energy was a thing.
Is solar energy even a real thing, dude?
Yes.
Can you prove the sun is real?
Go outside, look up.
Can you prove that sun is real?
It's pretty fucking bright.
It's bright, but can you prove that it's our sun?
What are you trying to get at?
Yeah, dude. No, this is real.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is a simulation.
Yeah.
You're in a construct right now.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to construct. You're going to make me paradox.
Great. So John then proceeded, upon hearing the being described as fuel requirements, inquire, quote, is your time limited here? I mean, do you have time for more questions? The entity replied rather enigmatically, quote, You will know when it is time for us to leave. Ask me anything you would like to know. If I can answer your question, I will do so. John, having glimpsed a possible answer to a mystery, decided to ask another and ask the beings what it thought of psychics.
Mm-hmm. Out of all the questions in the world you could possibly ask, be like, what's the next step? Like, what is something I can do to help better the human race? He goes,
Wow.
what do you think about them people, them psychics?
The entity then replied, quote, many of our people are psychic. Some are far advanced in the use of mental energy. Many are extremely accurate in their predictions and can move hundreds of pounds with their mind alone. Jackson,
That's
pulled
cool.
this out of my ear. He was getting his tail wrapped up in my cord. Some of our people have the ability to predict dangers years in advance. They're very valuable to us, but we are far from knowing all the answers compared to what is known. We are still only infants in knowledge. There are enough mysteries in this universe to last an eternity. We have no idea how the universe came to be or what it is made of. That's the greatest question of all. The basic material, which is the foundation of the universe, seems to be beyond the knowledge of physical beings like you or me.
Mm-hmm.
John wanted to discuss psychics further and said, you mentioned that psychics are valuable to your world. Can you give me an example of why? Being replied, the most dramatic event that happened about the same time in history that Columbus discovered this part of the world. One of our psychics predicted that our planet in 40 years would be hit and thrown out of orbit by a small planet the size of your moon. We located the wandering little world, which was traveling through space out of control. Computers verified that indeed a collision was inevitable. We landed on the planet, which was solid rock, and seeded it with explosives like your world has never seen.
Gangster.
The explosives completely disintegrated the little world, changing it into vapor.
Isn't that just the plot of that one movie?
Independence Day?
Not Independence Day. What's the one? They go on the fucking asteroid.
Oh, like where they make an astronaut. I don't know.
Oh.
Isn't that a thing though? Like where they make them explode before they can actually make impact? But again,
Armageddon.
Armageddon, that's what I was thinking of.
But this is also 75, so.
Yeah, well, you said this happened in 75. When this come out? All this information came out, dude. We don't know. He could have released this in 2000. Just saying, dude. Like some studio executive was just reading this fucking alien document. He was like, "That'd be a good movie."
Basically. Yeah, basically.
It's like, oh, like what? This man's story? It's like, no, dude, about the fucking planet. We'll call it Armageddon.
So, the alien showed John scenes of these events as he described them and told him that he knew of many catastrophes which were caused by two celestial bodies colliding into each other. The leader then told him that a race was eliminated by a wandering cloud of poisonous gases. Yet another planet was frozen solid. The entity told him that planets were dying throughout the universe. The entity would describe how the universe naturally had stars that would burn out and explode, and specifically, no race is in control of its own destiny. John knew that his time conversing with these beings was coming to a close, yet surprisingly never asked any of the entities' names, especially the leaders whom he chatted with this entire time. It was due to this closing time span that John began to ask more direct and specific questions. Quote, how can you be certain that other distant galaxies have not solved the mysteries of the universe? The entity answered and said, the best answer to that question is obvious to us. If others were that advanced, they surely would have communicated with us in some way by now. This has not happened. All space travel in our galaxy is done by inhabitants of this galaxy. We know this is true. We have not picked up even a faint signal from another galaxy. Of course, you realize the tremendous size of the universe. A trip to the nearest galaxy outside our own would take a million years traveling at the speed of light. it's almost unthinkable. Our spaceship will reach a speed of 186,000 miles per minute, the speed of light. But even at that
Miles
speed...
per second.
Miles per second, sorry.
That's insane.
Yeah. But even at that great speed, it is still too slow for practical space travel between galaxies. Our galaxy contains over 100 billion stars. Traveling at the speed of light would take 100,000 years to pass from one side of the Milky Way to the other.
Holy shit.
There are perhaps billions of galaxies in the universe, and no doubt billions. Some are no doubt billions of light years away, so you can see the complications and slow pace of space travel.
Mm-hmm.
John then decided to get religious and proceeded to ask the entity if the entity believed in God or some other supreme being. The entity surprisingly said yes, and we believe that those who are psychics are in direct touch with the Creator in a small way. We believe a superior spirit or superior intelligence must have created the universe and established the laws of nature. In our opinion, creation cannot be intelligently explained in any other way. Other than, the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
So...
But what caused the Big Bang?
It's a good question.
Alien farts, for sure.
I'm going to see real quick if I can find the title...
Of his book?
This book.
Yeah.
I had it right here.
It's called, like, Aliens Exist or something like that.
No, hold on. I had it on this last page.
You got this. You got this, Marty.
Yeah.
I pulled it up earlier. It had a really long name.
Had a really long name.
Yeah.
Did it?
John Womack Alien Book. Flying Saucers Are Real by Jack Womack.
I was picked up by a UFO.
I was picked up by a UFO.
When did that come out?
Let's see.
I was picked up by a UFO.
Doesn't say? Oh, 1975.
Okay, so he did release it the year that this happened.
Interesting.
So a lot of the things he's talking about are things that, like, now we're like, well, yeah, obviously there's solar energy and, like, all this.
How did he know about it back then?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that wasn't a thing.
1975. Yeah, 18.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay,
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
Pretty weird.
It is pretty weird. So
This book is $75 if you want to buy it. It's crazy.
I mean, shit, I might. I don't know. It's expensive, but is it signed maybe?
I don't think so. That'd be
Okay,
cool.
That's lame. So John was, after he asked all these questions, all these various things, also apparently they talked about the plant, and the plant is playful and enjoys the company of the aliens.
That's cute.
It's also not dangerous. It is strong enough to hold onto one of the little bearded people, but it has never injured one of them.
Oh,
He just hangs out.
I'd probably go fuck with it. Be like, can I go play with it? And
You
I'd be
go
like,
join the little aliens.
Yeah,
And,
I'd
like,
be
their
like-
little game of like,
oh, you fucking dummy. Oh, yeah.
okay, like that's kind of fun. After all these questions, John was then given a tour of the ship, and John discovered that the craft had 4 floors with an elevator connecting the floors. The craft had 2 main floors with 1 large compartment.
This here is our milking room. It's like, oh, you guys got a cow? It's like, no. Over here. It's like, we have our studio. It's like, oh, cool. You guys like what do you guys do? It's like stuff, and they just open a door. It's a black couch and a camera.
The Joe Rogan podcast.
That you want to be a movie star in space.
They had the 2 main floors with 1 large compartment on each of the 2 floors, as well as several smaller compartments. There were 2 auxiliary floors, one of which was the engine room and the other was a storage room. The engine room was located on the top floor, and John assumed that the bottom floor must have been on the bottom, but yet the entity did not confirm that that was the case. So there might have been more than just the 4 floors.
Mm-hmm.
But he was shown 4 floors. There we are. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I lose my spot every fucking 5 seconds. The entity explained to John that the engine room, which was also referred to as a power plant, collected energy from the stars and changed it into a form of energy that could be used to run their ships. The being also added that solar energy could be stored for a long period of time. It was during this tour that John noticed that the ship had other beings aboard that resembled the leader. During this tour, he noted that there were approximately 25 of them, yet none seemed to take notice or interact with him, as though John was just another in a long line of species that had boarded the ship. Let's see. John noticed that during his tour of the craft, the object's humming sound originated from the engine, which was practically inaudible inside the ship. The leader then proceeded to show John several machines, 2 of which John found particularly fascinating. The others were so scientific in their function that he had no idea what the leader was talking about when he discussed the object, or just what he was trying to prove by explaining it. One particular machine was demonstrated was a device that was so powerful it was able to penetrate an object to its atoms.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What are you doing, dude?
It's like half on my lap, half on Taylor.
He just wants to be right smack dab in the middle, I guess. Did you want to come over here?
Wanna go?
Come here. You can come over here.
Go see Auntie Tay.
You got it. You got it, Bubba. I believe in you. Oh, there we go. The result of this device could be seen on a screen, and upon looking, John could see all of the atoms of the example object moving. In one of the smaller compartments on the ship, the entity asked John if he would stand behind a machine that was connected to a screen on the wall, which upon doing so, John was able to see live pictures of every organ, bone, artery, and muscle in his body.
Oh, weird.
That's tight.
The leader explained that this device could be used to diagnose cancer and heart and artery diseases.
Fuck, man.
What's called a CAT scan?
No, there's no cats involved, dummy. You didn't fucking hear anything. We're not listening, bro.
They soon returned to the first floor, where John was escorted into an extremely advanced and technical compartment. It was then at that moment that the entity asked John, "How would you like to take a journey to the stars?" John had faith in the entity after hearing the ambiguous statement, and replied that he was ready to go, even though he had no idea what the entity meant. And frankly,
he was like, "Well, excuse me, does a Sasquatch shit in the woods?" Basically. And then he was like, "Actually, is Sasquatch real?"
He was like, right? Actually, Sasquatch.
That was a serious question. Does Sasquatch shit in the woods?
They're actually probably interdimensional.
Yeah, they're probably more interdimensional demons, dude. So they're probably shitting in it. There's probably another dimension out there where there's just Sasquatch shit all over the place.
Yeah.
They're just interdimensional beings. Yeah, so get your facts right. Maybe
if
you listen
Marty.
to our Sasquatch episode, you'd know this.
Yeah, dude. If you were listening, dude, you're not a real listener, dude. Imagine like being on the podcast but not listening to it, dude.
The entity.
What do you mean? I do it every week. Just kidding.
Not that's what you're doing. Just kidding. This guy.
Oh shit.
The entity then said, "I believe you are a good Earth person who wishes no harm or evil to others. We live in worlds billions of miles apart, but for a few short moments in time, Providence has brought us together. Our brief association will live on in my memory forever." John did not remember what he said in response to the entity's statement or if he had said anything at all, as he was confused by this statement. The entity then pointed to the odd-shaped chair and motioned for John to sit down. As soon as John did, a conical-shaped object began to drop from the ceiling over John and the chair. Just before the object touched the floor, John heard the entity say, "Farewell, my friend, forever."
Oh. He's gonna kill him.
I think he's just going home. The object touched the floor and lightning began to flash around him as he heard the roar of a dozen tornadoes fill the cone. A greenish glow began to spin around him faster and faster. And then he realized he was suddenly drifting through a dark tunnel. However, he could see light at the end of this tunnel. And John began to think, my God, where am I at? Upon passing through this dark hole, he entered a, quote, place of pure beauty. This place was indescribable how spectacular it was, seemingly a view of the portion of the universe where the beings were from, and it was glorious. He saw worlds that were multicolored, revolving around a colossal sun. The outer worlds of the of the system were covered in snow and ice and sparkled like diamonds. Some of the planets closer inwards were covered with sky blue waters and pink sand, filled with red, yellow, and green varieties of plants. During this traverse through the solar system, he saw worlds with green valleys, winding rivers, and snow-capped peaks, and exotic forests. He got close to the sun and saw white flames leap thousands of miles into space. These flickers of heat changed in color to every color of the rainbow and saw nuclear explosions and bursting giant bubbles of gas and fire. Suddenly, the light of the sun began to get smaller and smaller, and John soon realized that he was drifting back to the tunnel from which he was spewed. This continued until it all went black, and the next thing he knew, he was sitting under a tree near a creek bank with no idea how he got there. He had thought he might have been dreaming, yet upon getting up, he saw that the UFO was still humming in the air and saw 3 red beams of light hit the ground where the craft had previously landed. The object then shot out of sight at a ludicrous speed.
Nice.
Ludicrous speed.
Whoa, what? Go get your dad. What are you doing?
He wants to go out there.
He's like, I heard something.
Kim's here with the other doogies.
There. That'd be why he got so excited. He was like, oh my God, gotta move. John had posed one last question during the encounter. How can we be certain life itself is not just one big dream? But he didn't say what their answer was on that. He was just like, how can we tell it's not a dream?
And they're like, we gotta go. We're super busy. Yeah, we were super behind. We had to go. Do you have something to go? You gotta go Blockbuster or something.
They have Blockbusters in space?
I gotta go. I have to return some videotapes.
So this case is pretty peculiar in regards to abduction encounters.
Why the fact that it's so friendly, nice.
Yeah.
That I'm actually somehow jealous of an alien abduction for once. Where I'm like, this is nice. I like this. It's good. It's a good story.
It does have some similarities to other UFO cases out there. You know, the use of pills is something seen in several UFO cases. Such as the abduction of Carl Higdon, which I don't know much about.
I don't know if we've covered Carl Higdon.
We have not, as far as I can remember.
Maybe it has something to do with this month. Case of Carl Higdon.
Yeah. And in fact, there are a lot of parallels between this case and Higdon's, and the overall tone of the encounter for Womack's abduction is not as traumatizing as the Judy Kendall abduction. Another element is the type of entities that Womack claimed to encounter, as all of them, for the most part, appeared completely original and not at all like those reported previously. So, you know, the fucking Greys, the Reptilian, and the Nordics are your most common ones. No, they don't sound, look anything like that.
Yeah.
So, the closest to being reported previously would be the hairy giants, which are different than, say, the Sasquatch type Ets or the Nordic or Venusians, who are the closest to compare them to. The religious overtones of this case are not entirely unheard of. The Space Fairies case, for example, involves winged greys in fishbowl helmets who stated they know God and they know everyone goes to heaven when they die. A similar Christian-oriented doctrine can be seen with Injured Cold and those from Lanulos, as their society is based on a Christian standpoint.
Injured Cold. I'm trying to remember which case that was. Is that Mothman?
I don't know.
I feel like that's an Injured Cold. I feel like that's a Mothman.
The Dubno abductors as well mention the existence of God. So this kind of religious aspect is not entirely unheard of.
That was correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Grinning Man is a mysterious being believed to be connected to the Mothman. Huh. They popped up when we did our Mothman. That was over 2 years ago. I don't remember if we talked about that, but I know I did talk about, like, I feel like I talked about, like, the Men in Black showing up.
Yeah.
Injured Cold is supposed one of those Men in Black style entities.
Interesting. The abduction phenomenon is a strange beast. Nowadays it's pretty cliche, but back in the 60s and 70s it was still a relatively new phenomena, with very few accounts published, at least at the time. So these accounts were not talked or published as commonly as they are now. So it is very interesting to see how these cases are compared to gray, reptilian, Nordic, and mantid-infested cases of the modern day, but how similar they are to each other, and how some are more similar than others, as like the leader and the also one in their behavior is also very similar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. Womack was not really out to make thousands of dollars or make a profit, because he had the limited run book that was unlike some of the other abductees that had hit the scene. Plus the banality of the account seems that a hoax would be unlikely. So
yeah, it is quite. I mean, I personally believe him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, because, like, from what the photos that we saw of those beings, they're not all the same species or race of aliens.
Right.
So it's probably a collection of all those different planets that are connected to that solar system. You know.
Yeah.
That are all
connected to our solar system, technically.
Well, it's our galaxy.
Well,
Not our solar system.
Yeah, galaxy.
Galaxy.
If you
Get it
guys
right,
could
buddy.
ask them one question, what would it be?
Y'all got mac and cheese on your planet?
That's the autistic answer. Is there truly life after death?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Question.
And
You ask that one, I'll ask the
yeah, if there truly is life after death, then what is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good question.
Like, what happens? Sorry, we gotta go return some space videotapes. Like, you son of a bitch.
Taylor, what's your question? The
Um,
mac and cheese one?
I can't think of anything else.
Marty?
Well, they talked about space food. Remember, he was like, we have
Pellets.
but they eat.
Right. But they also said that there are actual food items too.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, in my opinion, if they found out about mac and cheese, they wouldn't be eating pellets.
It's fucking so stupid.
I'd probably ask them, like, if they do porn on their planet. And like, is that demons that drive people to do porn on our planet? Or
I like
You in that shot right now, you look like an alien porn director.
yeah.
Stick it in their fucking.
Let me get underneath here. Yeah, look at that glib glorp.
Yeah, stick it in their glorb sack.
I like how you had the most serious question.
I'm damn fucking serious. That would be my question.
I know, but like,
the
okay.
basic,
I would want to.
Okay.
I would want to watch the porn.
the basic human mind cannot comprehend interdimensional alien porn. You know?
Probably.
You like
Yeah.
watch it and be like their fucking eyes would just go black. Be like, I've seen 1,000 ends. 1,000. I'll never truly understand.
I have a landing strip and he has the Bermuda Triangle.
Put it in her Bermuda Triangle.
All right.
Well, stay spooky, stay haunted. See you guys later.
Yeah. Fucking. That was fun, Tay. That was actually a really nice, wholesome alien.
Yeah, it wasn't a scary alien episode.
I liked it. It made me like, it was like, it's nice. I like that a lot. It made me like, it's like, I want to have these guys visit, dude.
Yeah. Like, they're less terrifying than a lot of the other ones.
Now, say you're, like, these guys come and they bring you aboard your ship, right? And they go like, you can come with us and experience all this stuff, but it's basically gonna be like one whole year in Earth time, but it'll be like effectively like 20 years worth of stuff. Would you go?
And it's only 1 year of Earth time?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Just disappear for 1 year?
Yeah.
Just come back and you're like, I was on a spaceship for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do.
Yeah.
Cool. Just get a little break, dude.
That is actually our next HGO field trip. Can you stop
We get
looking
abducted.
at my pants?
We get abducted by aliens.
Also, another thing too about like traveling at higher speeds like that is like when you like they did an experiment where they had a plane that broke the speed of sound, right?
Concorde, yeah.
Yeah.
And they started a stopwatch inside the plane and on the ground at the same time. And the person in the plane was actually a few seconds behind. By the time it was done, was behind a few seconds. So the theory is when you travel at the speed, time moves different. So it's like if you're traveling at the speed of light, for instance, like if you left today to travel to galaxy, you spent 2 years getting up to the speed of light, shoot across the galaxy, take you 2 years to slow down. By the time you got back, say you had a kid when you left, you'd get back and your kid would be older than you.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It's crazy.
Fucking blew my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very fun episode. I'm excited for next week because I have not so fun of an episode.
Oh,
I know what it is.
Taylor knows what it is.
I don't.
If I can, I can see if I can. Marty, how familiar you are with death metal?
With what?
With death metal.
Not so much.
Okay. For those who are fans of death metal, I can just hit you with the twisted, wretched places shattered by the utmost darks of hell. No?
You had to know.
In dreams of black beyond the beyond of the withered witch's spell.
Yeah, he showed me a snippet of
That's
them
tight.
earlier. It's not a band that I really ever listened to, so
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
for
I was
those
very
who listen to
confused.
metal and can recognize that, you know what next week's episode is. Or if you guys just look it up, but we're gonna be doing something real fucking crazy. Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at HGO Podcast and Hot Crazy and Omens. Follow us on TikTok, HGO Podcast as well. Want to email us? Tell us your scary story, please, for the love of God, do. HGOPodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly on Instagram, you can at I Haunt the Haunted. Go follow me on twitch.tv/I Haunt the Haunted. I'm out there. Tay.
Hi, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Lunar Thrill. You can also follow Spirit, our dog, on Instagram at Spirit the Turf.
Spirit the Turf.
We got a show tomorrow, so by the time this comes out, we'll actually still be
Tight.
at the show. And I'll post photos and stuff. Jack is very interested by the lighter. It takes a while sometimes for me to get the photos up, but I did post photos of her at her last show, I think. Or I thought about doing it at least. I'd try.
She's out there. Marty.
Follow me on Instagram at GetAFeather.
Follow my Instagram at GetAFeather. And go check out HGO Gaming on the Common Chaos Network. Me and Marty are putting some gameplays out there, and hopefully we're recording another one very soon.
Follow me on Instagram at GetAFeather.
Oh, drink cam. Drink cam. All right. Remember to stay spooky
Stay haunted.
and eat your pellets.
Eat your pellet.
Eat your pallets.
Eat your pellets, Jack.
Eat your pellets.